So what is Console Cretins? It's about being dumb when it comes to video games and consoles. Even though they do call me Whiz Kid. Paycheck I got, you know, I earn it and then I spend it on games. And I took out quite a bit of loans. It was a big mistake because when you want the game before someone takes it or the price goes up, you know, that's what I did. And then I had to pay off that loan right away, and there was just so much more. And I've been spending like 10 years collecting games and stuff. So, and I know I rambled on. I know I rambled too much on the Godzilla review, but that was the start of my journey on my channel that just didn't build up too much on. And that even now, like, I don't know what to really post on my channel because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, and there's so many things you could do with your channel, and mostly I wanted to talk about video games, but the struggle I had was how do I wanted to make these videos. So I didn't know if I wanted to do like how Angry Video Game Nerd did it, or when I was watching Retrowave TV and I saw 16-bit Gems, I wanted to do his kind of video when I talk about a video game. But all that stuff just seems so much work, and when I tried to do it, and then like I had some technical problems here and there. Like, everyone struggles with that, and it's so frustrating, you know. So it's not just about editing the video, but like, you know, for example, when I try to put together like the Rampage the first game I played with my friends was Rampage World Tour. We had a capture card, and then there was some problems with it, and it was like a lot of the video did not catch up. Like, it lagged far behind, or it jumped too far ahead and it had to catch up, and like it was completely broken. I had to break it down into pieces to like really try my best to match it together. But that was a bad device I had. It was a Pinnacle movie maker, I think. It wasn't like you connect it to the computer. No, this was a simple device that you connect to the console and then to the TV, and then you just press a button and it records. And it did work, but it did not keep up with the recording. So I had to really break it down so much to have it match when we were playing the game, and that was horrifically nightmarish, and I really hated it. So I don't think there was anything that I could really do to make a good capturing device unless I buy a better computer. But I didn't have a lot of money for that, and I was still spending money on games. So the second one I did was years later, because the next game was King of Dragons, and I recorded it on a DVD recorder. And I lost that one, so what I had to do next was invite a different friend to help me play the game over and over and over to try and recreate that same scenario that me and my friend played the first time. And of course it was impossible. You know, it's not easy to duplicate things when things will be different. But you know, I did my best to try and match some things that happened, because all I had was the footage of the camera recording me and my friend playing. And when I listened to what was happening, I had to guess and try and match what happened the same way, but you know, the best I can anyway. So, you know, that was. I feel like this was not going to go anywhere. This was not going to work how this was. So I really had to invest. So I bought a new computer a couple of years ago. More like I bought computer parts, and my friend built it for me, and it's much better than I anticipated. So it's definitely fast, but you know, technology is moving up, so I think in time I'll have to update it again with a new graphics card and motherboard and all that stuff. But you know, I'm not 100% technically inclined, but I have some basic understanding. So right now I'm happy with the setup I got. But yeah, Console Cretins was the name of the show that my friend came up with, and we never went with it for many years until now. I think I want to just use that title to finally get this show going. So it's gonna be about gameplay. I don't know if I'm gonna do any video game reviews. I think it's too much work when you want to break down a video game, because I'm not a good writer or really exposed to speaking a lot to, I don't know, many words, but I'm not really social was basically what I'm trying to say. So I don't talk a lot, and the words don't come to me naturally when I try to review a game and stuff. So I feel like it's going to take too long for me to do that, and all these games I have bought throughout the years, I'm never going to get through all of them before I get too old and lose motivation and passion, because I don't want that to happen. So I think the easiest way is what everyone's doing nowadays, and that's streaming. So I'm going to be streaming on YouTube, and on this new platform called Kick. It's an alternative platform that matches Twitch. It's basically a Twitch clone. I used to stream on Twitch, but after hearing all the bad decisions they've been making to content creators and everyone has been jumping ship and moving to Kick because the revenue is pretty damn high, and that's pretty impressive. Right now it's a newborn, so they're still working on it, and I hope it gets as good as Twitch does because I have all these alerts I wanted to use. I decorated my overlay to match it like an 80s style. It has a bunch of awesome animations of things that you remember from the 80s. I am an 80s fan. I love all the vintage stuff that I didn't grow up with, but they were like the beginning of technology before they, you know, improved. But it was also the heat of our culture, the hype of our culture that made everything so edgy, groovy, and hip, and you were styling, and you got a lot of attention from people because they didn't have all the money, but they like to play with these new toys that they've never seen. Now there's all kinds of technology you can mess with, but people have not realized how important it was when they saw those things before that led to where we are right now. So anyway, these alerts, they have like an awesome cell phone. There's this cassette player. There's this hoverboard from Back to the Future. I haven't seen the second one yet, only the first one. There's this joystick from Atari. I'm a big Atari fan. What else is there? Well, from all the things I've been seeing about the 80s, like a bunch of, when you see a bunch of programs on TV, they have these vector grids that look like it's the way to the future. It's like a synthetic synthwave or vaporwave or something like that, but a lot of the times the edginess of the 80s and 90s were these triangles or cubes or circles, I don't know, but it's like those same shapes that you see the Magic Koopa from the Mario Brothers series, and when he casts a spell you see those three shapes, and that's even the same kind of shape that you see on a PlayStation controller, so I don't know, with the exception of the X, but anyway, so these alerts have all kinds of shapes and these awesome music tones that really make it feel, oh my gosh, this is stylish, this music's booming, and like something I don't hear nowadays, and like this is the kind of culture that I want to explore. So I wanted to use those alerts on, you know, on Kick, but there's not much you can do because it only allows one file of the alerts you can put. But this one I have on Twitch, the synthwave one, needs 2 media files. What's great about that is that you can actually alternate, customize it. Like you have a different background and a different foreground, and then you can mess with it all you want to the people. But you can't do that on Kick right now. It's not working until it's fully developed and matches Twitch's codes and all that stuff. You know, so just be patient with that. But for now, I'm gonna stream on Kick so that I can probably get some good revenue off of that. But also because, well, I think everyone's just going there more, and I like new platforms to get better because I don't like how, you know, other platforms like Twitch makes bad decisions that really affect content creators. So the more I see how companies behave sourly against their customers, then the more I'm going to jump ships and side with the ones that, you know, that go to platforms that cater to their customers more, you know? So that's the plan. Streaming on YouTube, streaming on Kick. And you know, there's a way to stream simultaneously on 2 platforms or up to 5. So I may do that, but I gotta pay. So I don't know if I'm ready to do that, but we'll see. I want to get started and see how well I do. And if I rack up enough viewers, then maybe I can be certified. And then if I make enough revenue, maybe I can stream simultaneously on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. We'll see how that goes. But that's what I wanted to do. I've been struggling with these things that I just, you know, I wanted to do everything that I have already bought and paid money for and put together, because this passion of mine is like just, I guess, exploring stuff that I have never seen before I was born. So there's movies I haven't seen, there's video games I haven't played. I grew up with the Super NES. I did not play the NES. I never knew that existed until I learned in high school. And you know, I just want to check them out, and not just for myself, but I want to explore it with my friends. And when your friends aren't around locally, your new friends can be online. So consider this my journey with you guys. So I want to connect with my audience and see what they think about this that I'm doing, and ask what their opinion is. You know, and just communicate and just build up a good community, basically.